So tonight we have a kind of cool one here. You know, we do Veto bag loadouts all the time, and people seem to love those for some reason. This will be my first time doing a Wera bag loadout. This is their tool quiver, which is, I believe, about their smallest individually purchasable bag that, you know, doesn't come with a tool or made for a certain set of tools. This just has dividers in it, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I've been using this now for probably a couple of months at least, and this has become my go-to bag for my hotel work. And I've ordered a few extra new tools to go in this, and I've kind of built the perfect little setup for the things that come up in hotel maintenance, at least in my experience. So let's get into this thing and see what we have. Well, starting here on the outside, I went ahead and bought another set of these Knipex electrician shears, and they come with a nice little pouch here that clips right onto, you know, whatever bag you have, and it has a little barbed catch right down in here, so if you put it over your belt or something, it would hold, and it rotates on that as well. So it's really nice though for this. And these shears, man, these are some good little shears. Extremely sharp. They have this cable cutting area there on them, so you can put in a large copper or aluminum cable, something like that, cut really well. And then just for any kind of cutting, you know, you always have packages and whatever, it'll cut whatever you need to cut just real easy. But if you need to cut some wire, it'll work even for stripping, you know, a very large wire. You can put that around it, rotate it, and it'll do that as well. So really nice little shears from Knipex. And I'm kind of testing to see if they can go ahead and replace these, because I've been carrying, man, these are these have been beat on pretty good. But these are my Fiskars, and I've got probably 6-8 pairs of these at least. They're in every bag pretty well because they just hold an edge well. These are the titanium nitride ones. I just bought a whole bunch after I liked the first pair, and they're probably 2-3 years old now. And you need scissors all the time. It's one of the unsung little heroes of the job site. Now, on the same kind of idea here, we'll go ahead and lay these out so you can see what all's in the bag here at the end. I carry this little Tajima razor knife in here. Now, I do carry my Fiskars in my pants, but sometimes I will have handed it to somebody and I just won't have it, so every bag pretty well has a knife in it. And this is one where you have your button here you push and you can extend it, you know, like your normal carpet knife. And one of the reasons for carrying this is I can get a really long blade if I need to. And this one has the snap-off blade sections from Tajima. And really like it for the paint can opener right here on the back end. If you can see that. Has a nice little spot here where you can go ahead and pop open your paint cans and stuff. And they built in right here on this front corner, if you can see that right there, they built in a little purposely made screwdriver tip. So you have a little flathead screwdriver, you know, if you need to take off an outlet plate or something, you can actually do it with this little deal. So kind of a handy little painting tool. I'll try to link this stuff down below, so everything that I can find on Amazon will be there. But most of this stuff, except for this, of course, will be, all the German tools will be linked both on Amazon and KC Tool. So you can buy from the place that you prefer there. Then, marking stuff. I carry my Milwaukee ink saws. I just buy these by the pack. They're fantastic. They hold up quite a while. I don't know if it's much better than a Sharpie. It's so hard to say. You write on so much stuff that just damages tips anyway. So, you know, you go through these, buy them. They're like $1. Not a big deal. Then my Pica Dry here. This is the little Pica graphite pen. And this is, I don't know if this is the old one or the new one or which, but I have both now. But it has a sharpener here on the back end, and this is an auto advancing lead. So you can just advance it, sharpen it right here, stays in here, has a little clip on it, so you can put this in your pocket. You can in and out with your pencil without clipping and unclipping from your pocket or whatever. But I like it for sticking in all of my Veto bags and everything, so I went ahead and got one for this as well. Then, moving on into here, of course, I finally got and we'll do a review on these in the future. The Knipex Twin Grip. If you haven't seen these before, these are super neat pliers. They are multi-adjustable here through the center, so you can expand this jaw, if you can see that happen there. Let's see if we can get it to focus on that, not my face. But you can expand the size. So this means you can put that on a huge nut. And when you're looking right head on it, it has jaws that allow it to grip right here into a nut. It's really neat. I'll try to throw a few pictures of using it on a job the other day. I believe I got a couple for you guys. But if you need to get in and hold something in a weird position, like directly into the head of a nut, this will grab that so you can undo it from the back or whatever you need to do like that. Just really unique little pliers, and I'm kind of carrying them on here because this is a very multi-purpose bag to do a lot of what I deal with every day on the hotel projects. So I threw the twin grips in here. So far, they've been pretty handy. It's the only regular pliers that are on here, and they seem to be holding up their part of the deal. And then, of course, I went ahead and I had to put on a big pair of the regular Knipex pliers wrenches. These are some of the best tools in the world right here. You need these in your bags. I've got them in multiple of my Veto bags, but I went ahead and got a pair for in here, and they're the 250 millimeter. I believe that's 10 inches, and these open to 2 inches. So you get a really nice open jaw here. Locking in between, and they have the good pliers wrench activation where it crimps when you tighten these. The handles stay nice and close together. Can't say enough about these. I have a video all about the pliers wrenches here on the channel. You can look it up, and it'll explain exactly how these work and why you need these in your bag. But I change a lot of shower valve cartridges and things in this hotel. They've had so many problems with them that these are great for turning that out. Now, I also picked up the Knipex plastic sleeves to go on these, as well as my little 7-inch pair that's in my pants. And you can pop those little plastic deals on here, and then when you're undoing chrome fittings, you don't worry about marring finishes. So I picked those up, and they just came in yesterday. They're in a KC box right there. So we're going to be working those onto the jobs. Then I went ahead and found this as the home for my little Halder. This is a 25. Number 25 Baseplex mallet, and I have a lot of doors to adjust and things like that, and sometimes you need to give something a little knock. This has got the acrylic heads on it. There's 2 different consistencies on this. The colors tell you how hard they are. You can look that up right on KC Tool, and links in the description if you want to go look at these. But this will not mar the surface, so I can beat on it a lot better and move things or whatever I need to adjust with this little deal. And it doesn't weigh, anything. It's a little 25. I'm not sure what that weight would be, but it's a 25. So moving on, we're into screwdrivers here, and one of my all-time favorites, I went ahead and threw the America edition in here, but this is the little narrow flathead that is a 10 by 5.5 by 125 millimeter laser tip. This one right here is fantastic for wall plates and things like that. It's just the perfect size for those. I believe it's also used in, your circuits and things like that, or that little flathead. And it's a great size. The tip is very, very nicely laser done. Just a great tool. Then for my other driver in here, kind of a unique choice. I found this as the home of my Wera turbo driver. And this is the one where you get 4x the speed. When you turn here, see if we can get this where you can see. When you turn this here, the handle, the tip spins at 4 times the speed of the handle. Really quick deal. Then you just press the button on the top and it locks up solid and turns into a driver, because it won't turn that fast on a tight screw. You don't have enough torque, so you have to hit your button and then you can unscrew it, hit your button, and speed it. Now the reason this is in here is these shower valves have screws on them that are ridiculous on these commercial shower valves, and you don't want to be there all day long with a regular screwdriver. So this thing has been great. And it takes all your normal 1/4-inch bits. So you just have your wrap adapter here on the front. You can pop this out. And I keep a normal number 2 Phillips in here in this kit, because that's what the shower valves use. And we already have the flathead, in this kit. But to complement this, I just keep a little Wera bit check in here. And this is the BC30 Universal. and it has everything in here, even the security Torx bits. So if you guys can check those out there, you have quite a bit of what you need. So everything from a few little Allen key sizes, posies, and there are posies all over this hotel for some reason. So I'm finally using my posi bits. But there's just one flathead in here, but all this little security Torx sizes, regular Torx, posi, Phillips, right on down. Just a perfect setup for what I'm doing, and it's nice and thin right there. Locks up really good. Has a wrap adapter here if you have, you know, a need to put this into a drill or something with you. Occasionally I do. I need to get this in an impact set for my little Milwaukee Surge. But this with the little the turbo handle, and you can pretty well, you know, if you needed a quick flathead, you can get in here, grab one, and they snap right in and lock into the driver, and you'll have that 4x speed just right there with a little short handle. So kind of a handy setup to have with a lot of options. 30 bits right there in a little pack. But that's my normal setup there. And we move towel bars and stuff. We'll have to remove them. A guest will break one, things like that. I'm always hanging something in there, seems like. So I added a little Stabila 10-inch torpedo level. And this is just a great little deal because it has magnets in it. So much in commercial is metal. So you can actually just snap it on and make your adjustments. And it's fantastic for that. So not too much fancy there, but nice little level. It is all metal with the rare earth magnets in the bottom right there. You can see those. So great little level. And then, got to bring a little color to the bag, right? I ended up putting my PB Swiss Allen keys in this bag because they're fantastic. I could not be more impressed. The main differences over the Wera Allen keys that I use are the jacketed Wera Allen keys. So with these, you have the color, but you don't have the jacket. So you don't have anything blocking if you're going up into a tiny hole and you need to get this Allen key to fit. It doesn't catch going in there. So really, really nice. And the tolerances on these, they have the nice ball ends on them there. And I get all of these from the tool lady, and they are just fantastic people over there. So if you want anything PB Swiss, I'm carrying their driver still. Their little stubbies are just amazing there with your little bit setups in the top and stuff. You've seen these on multiple videos. So these, though, are the thing that a lot of people end up getting, and I can see why. They don't slip at all. Of course, Wera really doesn't either. So either way you want to go is fine, and these are significantly more, but they've worked really well for me on all the shower work and faucets and things when I'm really concerned about not stripping anything out and all that. I'm using these for that. So this is kind of just an ultimate little bag that I've built out. So to actually get into the bag itself, if you look down in here, let's see if you can see that. You see the little S divider going through there? Well, that is completely Velcro. You can just literally grab that whole divider and just rip it right out of the bag. And that's what it looks like. It has this coarse material inside here, and then Velcro at every junction. So you can put this in the bag with little compartments on one end, one big one. You could expand it like that. You can put this in there in any style you want, or not have it at all and put larger things in here. There's screws in the bottom apparently. But then, of course, your Velcro is on the back of here, and you can stick this up by putting Velcro in your van, on the side of a sustainer. I've got the Rubbermaid carts at the hotel, and I have Velcro on those where I can stab this right on the side of the cart if I want to throw it on there, whatever. Just a fantastic little setup. And of course, in here you have your Velcro strips on both sides that lock into this. So when you take this out, all you have to do, collapse it back down, drop it right back into place, a little bit aggressively because Wera Velcro is no joke. And now I have my bag back again. It's great, and I can reload it. But that is the setup that I'm using for hotel maintenance. If you saw something here that you really need to add to your bag, grab it down below if you can. It really helps support the channel, and we really appreciate that. It helps me keep making these awesome videos for you guys. And we have some stickers, and I had an interesting idea. I don't know how many of these I can do, but I'm going to say that I will do 10 times right now up front. If somebody shares either a video from the channel or just the channel in general, share the YouTube link somewhere on your social media, whatever, to some of your friends that might be interested in tool channels too. Use a hashtag when you do that, hashtag Millis Construction, and I will, I think, be able to find those. And when I do, I will send you 2 stickers free, okay? And you'll see those here. I'll put them on the screen for you, what they look like. And I'm kind of known for maybe throwing an extra one in here and there, depending on what I have handy. So, anyway, do that. If you've shared it and I haven't seen it, then feel free to hit me up on Instagram at Millis_construction. Okay? Follow me over there on Instagram if you want to see these tools on the job sites and what I'm actually doing day to day. That's where I post my work photos, okay? That's kind of turned into a neat deal for me. I can communicate directly with you. You can message me there. Sometimes I really stink at getting those, but hang in there. I will get back to you. Comment on one of my photos if you want me to get back to you quicker. But thank y'all for being here. Hit that subscribe and like button down there if you like this video. That like button does a whole lot for us. Helps these videos get out there to more great tool people. We all are, right? See y'all next week.